In a world filled with constant noise and chatter, we often underestimate the power of silence. Gautama Buddha taught that our words are like the sharpest knife. They can uplift or wound, depending on how they are used. Today, we explore a profound story of a restless king and a wise monk, revealing how embracing silence can transform inner turmoil into lasting peace. This tale is a timeless reminder of the strength we can find when we pause, reflect, and connect with the calm within ourselves. Buddha often taught his students that our words carry immense power. He likened our tongue to the sharpest knife, capable of cutting deep, not into flesh, but into the emotions and spirits of others. He warned that our words could become the most dangerous weapon, inflicting wounds that are invisible but profoundly painful. While our words may not leave physical scars, they can pierce hearts and minds. They can inspire strength and hope, but they can also sow discord and despair if not used wisely. Buddha emphasized that the key to a harmonious life is knowing when, where, and how much to speak. Words spoken with kindness and wisdom at the right moments can open doors to success, while careless or harsh words at the wrong times can complicate our lives and relationships. Today, my dear friends, I want to share a profound story that highlights the transformative power of silence and how embracing it can change your life. This story reveals the hidden strength of staying quiet and invites us to explore the depths of our inner selves. Once upon a time, in the heart of India, a renowned Buddhist monk lived in a serene forest, far removed from the noise and distractions of the world. He was deeply respected for his wisdom and meditation practices, attracting people from all walks of life who sought his guidance. One day, a troubled king came to visit him. The king, despite his wealth, fame, and luxuries, was plagued by inner turmoil. "Respected monk," the king said, "I'm constantly tired, frustrated, and agitated. My mind is restless, and peace eludes me. Even though I possess everything one could desire, I feel empty. Please help me find relief from this relentless chaos." The monk, listening intently, replied calmly, "Your answer lies within you, though you have yet to discover it. I propose an experiment that can help you find peace. Will you try it?" Though skeptical, the king agreed, saying, I will do whatever it takes to calm my mind and regain my peace." The monk instructed, "For the next 15 days, you will stay here in the monastery and live as an ordinary person. During this time, you must observe silence and speak only when absolutely necessary. Spend time in solitude and embrace the simplicity of life here." Reluctantly, the king began his journey into silence. On the first day, his mind seemed even more restless than before. Thoughts and questions surged through his head, and he felt agitated by the unaccustomed quiet. He longed to speak, but resisted the urge, following the monk's instructions. As the hours passed, an unexpected calm began to settle within him, though he couldn't fully understand it. By the second day, the king found himself marveling at the beauty of the natural world around him. Flowers, birds, and the gentle rustling of leaves captivated his attention. For the first time, he truly appreciated the simplicity and wonder of nature. Day by day, his restlessness eased, and he began to connect with a deeper sense of peace. By the 12th day, something extraordinary happened. While sitting quietly, his eyes naturally closed, and he entered a deep state of meditation without effort. His mind became free of worry, and he experienced profound inner peace. The king realized he was beginning to truly live, shedding the distractions and burdens of his previous lifestyle. At the end of the 15 days, the king approached the monk with a radiant smile. "Respected monk," he said, "I have discovered the root of my troubles. I was my own enemy. I spent too much time speaking unnecessarily, judging others, and thinking negatively. These habits wasted my energy and disturbed my mind. They affected my ability to focus and led to repeated failures, which made me even more frustrated. But these past days of silence have been transformative. I feel lighter, calmer, and more connected to my true self. I have learned that peace is not something we force. It arises naturally when we align with our inner truth. The monk nodded and said, "You have learned a valuable lesson. Many people suffer because they do not understand the power of silence. Talking excessively, especially when fueled by negativity, drains our energy and disturbs our peace. To truly know yourself, you must first embrace silence. Without it, self-discovery is impossible." The monk shared a story about a student who once asked Gautama Buddha why he often chose silence. Buddha replied, "Silence allows me to dive deep within myself. It is the first step toward understanding who I am. Without silence, the noise of the world will drown out the voice of the soul." The monk continued, "When we speak unnecessarily, we create noise, not just around us, but within us. About 90% of our words are unnecessary and can cause harm to ourselves and to others. Imagine how much peace the world would have if we all spoke less and listened more. Through silence, we gain clarity and strength. Even in the midst of a noisy world, silence helps us find a sanctuary within. Being alone doesn't have to be lonely. It can be a gateway to self-discovery. When you embrace silence, you begin to understand that true happiness comes from within. By regularly practicing silence, we learn to reconnect with ourselves, settle our thoughts, and discover an unshakable calmness. Over time, this inner stillness transforms how we speak and act. Our words become deliberate, meaningful, and infused with a quiet power that touches others deeply. Silence allows us to escape societal pressures, find joy in our own company, and live a life guided by intention rather than reaction. Friends, let us remember that our words, when used wisely, can uplift and heal. But when we speak carelessly, they can harm and divide. To cultivate peace and wisdom, we must first embrace silence. Spend time each day in solitude. Observe your thoughts without judgment and let them settle like dust in still air. Through this practice, you will unlock a profound sense of clarity, purpose, and peace. May we all find the courage to be silent, to listen deeply, and to connect with the infinite wisdom within us. If this story resonated with you, share it with others, and let us continue this journey of learning together. Your words and actions can be the spark that inspires others to embrace the power of silence and inner peace. In a world that often prioritizes noise, the quiet moments within us hold the key to true peace and clarity. If this story resonated with you, share it with others and spread its message of inner calm. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that inspire and enlighten. Thank you for joining us on this path of reflection and growth. Until next time, may you find peace within. Silence as a gateway to clarity. In moments of silence, we often discover the clarity that eludes us in the chaos of daily life. When our minds are flooded with endless thoughts, emotions, and distractions, silence offers a sacred pause. It's a chance to step away from the constant noise and reconnect with ourselves on a deeper level. In this quiet space, we're not tasked with solving problems or making decisions. Instead, we simply observe. It's here that the mind begins to settle, like a glass of muddy water left undisturbed, revealing its inherent clarity. The practice of sitting in silence may seem simple, but it holds transformative power. By setting aside just 5 to 10 minutes each day, you create a refuge from the overstimulation of the world. Find a comfortable place, close your eyes, and take a few slow, deep breaths. As you exhale, imagine releasing the tension and distractions of the day. The goal is not to suppress thoughts, but to allow them to come and go naturally, much like waves on a shore. When you observe these thoughts without judgment, you begin to notice patterns, emotions, and even subtle insights that might otherwise remain hidden. In this practice, the act of observing is key. It teaches us that we are not our thoughts, but rather the space in which thoughts arise and pass. This realization can be profoundly liberating. When you witness the mind's activity without getting entangled in it, you create distance from worries and stress. Over time, this process naturally declutters the mind, making room for clarity to emerge. Without effort, solutions to lingering questions often present themselves, and the priorities that once seemed tangled become unmistakably clear. One of the greatest gifts of silence is its ability to bring us into the present moment. When we pause and focus on the rhythm of our breath, we anchor ourselves in the here and now. This simple act can break the cycle of overthinking and help us shift our attention from the noise of the past or future to the calm reality of the present. With practice, this state of mindfulness extends beyond the moments of silence, influencing how we approach challenges and opportunities throughout the day. The mental clarity gained through silence isn't limited to big decisions or life-altering realizations. It also enhances our ability to focus on the small yet meaningful details of everyday life. Whether it's appreciating the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of a loved one's laughter, or the quiet satisfaction of completing a task, silence sharpens your awareness. This heightened presence infuses even the simplest experiences with richness and gratitude, deepening your overall sense of contentment. The clarity found in silence often reveals truths about ourselves. As we sit quietly, layers of distraction peel away, exposing our core values, desires, and fears. This self-awareness is invaluable as it enables us to align our actions with what truly matters. We begin to recognize where we might be holding on to unnecessary stress or chasing goals that don't resonate with our authentic selves. Such realizations empower us to make conscious, intentional choices that lead to a more fulfilling life. In the stillness, we also uncover the importance of letting go. Silence teaches us that not every thought demands our attention or every feeling our immediate reaction. By observing the ebb and flow of our inner world, we learn to release what no longer serves us. This practice of non-attachment fosters emotional resilience, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. As clarity grows, so does our capacity for creativity and insight. The mind, freed from constant noise, becomes fertile ground for new ideas and perspectives. Artists, writers, and thinkers throughout history have turned to silence as a source of inspiration, trusting that the stillness will guide them to fresh visions and solutions. This creative energy isn't limited to the arts, it's available to anyone willing to embrace silence as a means of unlocking their potential. Even the relationships in our lives benefit from the clarity cultivated in silence. When we take time to reflect and reset, we approach others with greater patience, empathy, and understanding. The frustrations that once seemed insurmountable often dissolve when viewed through the lens of a calm and focused mind. Silence helps us listen more deeply, not only to ourselves, but also to those around us, strengthening the bonds that matter most. The practice of sitting in silence is an act of self-care. It's a reminder that amidst the busyness of life, you deserve moments of peace and reflection. These moments, though brief, have the power to transform your relationship with yourself and the world. They offer a path to clarity, a clarity that, once discovered, illuminates every aspect of your life with greater purpose and understanding. The healing power of silence. Silence has an incredible capacity to heal in ways that words and activity cannot. In the stillness, your mind and body find a rare opportunity to reset, recalibrate, and restore balance. Just as sleep offers the body essential rejuvenation, silence offers nourishment to the spirit, creating space for renewal that cannot be accessed through constant movement or noise. When you intentionally embrace silence, you allow yourself to step out of the whirlwind of life, even if just for a moment, and return to a state of harmony. One of the simplest and most effective ways to experience the healing power of silence is by immersing yourself in nature. Imagine walking through a quiet forest where the only sounds are the rustling leaves and distant bird calls, or sitting by a gentle river watching the water flow endlessly onward. These environments naturally invite a sense of calm, and in their quiet presence, you begin to notice how your own inner noise, the incessant chatter of thoughts and worries, starts to fade. The external stillness mirrors an internal stillness, one that can soothe even the most restless mind. In these moments, silence becomes more than the absence of sound. It transforms into a rich and nourishing experience. It allows you to detach from the demands of modern life, the notifications, the emails, the endless to-do lists, and simply be. This detachment is not about avoidance, but about restoration. By stepping back, even briefly, you create a space for your nervous system to relax and recalibrate. Stress levels drop, breathing slows, and your body begins to shift from a state of tension to one of relaxation and renewal. The healing power of silence also lies in its ability to heighten your awareness. When you are no longer distracted by noise, you begin to notice the subtle beauty around you, the intricate patterns of a leaf, the gentle sway of grass in the wind, or the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These details often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life, but in silence they come alive, reminding you of the simple joys that are always present, waiting for your attention. This connection with the natural world brings a profound sense of grounding. In nature's silence, you realize that life operates in cycles of activity and rest, growth and stillness. This rhythm reflects your own need for balance. Just as trees shed their leaves in preparation for winter, you too need moments of quiet to shed the weight of accumulated stress and replenish your energy. Silence is not a luxury, but an essential part of this rhythm, offering you the chance to reset and realign with your inner self. As you spend time in silence, you may also notice a deepening connection with yourself. Without the distractions of noise or external demands, your thoughts and emotions become clearer. This can feel unfamiliar at first, even uncomfortable, but it is through this honest self-reflection that healing begins. Silence allows you to listen to your inner voice, to recognize what you truly need, and to find clarity in areas of your life that may feel uncertain or overwhelming. In this space, emotions that may have been buried or ignored can rise to the surface. Silence provides a gentle container for these feelings, allowing you to acknowledge and process them without judgment. This can be a profoundly healing experience, as it helps you release emotional tension that may have been affecting your overall well-being. Over time, this practice of silent reflection can lead to greater emotional resilience and a deeper sense of peace. The healing power of silence also extends to your physical health. Studies have shown that quiet time can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol levels, and improve overall heart health. When your body is no longer in a constant state of alertness, it has the chance to repair itself. This physical restoration complements the mental and emotional benefits of silence, creating a holistic sense of well-being that permeates every aspect of your life. Perhaps one of the most beautiful aspects of silence is how it deepens your connection with the world around you. In the absence of noise, you become more attuned to the gentle rhythms of life, the way clouds drift across the sky, the rustle of leaves in the breeze, or the soft hum of insects in the grass. These moments remind you that you are part of something much larger, a vast and interconnected web of life that continues to flow with or without your input. This realization can be both humbling and comforting, offering a sense of belonging that transcends words. As you integrate moments of silence into your life, you may find that the benefits extend far beyond the immediate sense of calm. Silence becomes a sanctuary, a place you can return to whenever you feel overwhelmed or disconnected. It teaches you that healing is not something you need to search for outside of yourself. It is something that arises naturally when you allow yourself the time and space to simply be. In silence, you rediscover the wholeness that has always been within you. Silence as a teacher. In the stillness of silence, there exists a profound opportunity to connect with something deeper, an inner wisdom that often remains unheard amidst the noise of daily life. When we embrace silence, we create a space to listen not just to the world around us, but to the subtle whispers of our own hearts and minds. It is in these quiet moments that we discover clarity and insight, as if the silence itself becomes a gentle teacher guiding us toward understanding and truth. Silence allows the mind to settle, much like muddy water, becoming clear as it sits undisturbed. Thoughts that once seemed tangled begin to unravel, revealing patterns and solutions we could not see before. In this space, creativity flourishes, offering new perspectives and innovative ideas. The mind, unburdened by constant input, finds the freedom to explore new terrain, uncovering insights that were hidden in plain sight. When we sit in silence, we also learn to witness our inner dialogue. Often, we are unaware of the stories we tell ourselves, the fears, assumptions, and judgments that shape our perception of reality. In silence, these thoughts rise to the surface, offering an opportunity to observe them without attachment. This practice fosters self-awareness, helping us identify limiting beliefs and habitual thought patterns that no longer serve us. Moreover, silence deepens our connection with the present moment. Without distractions pulling our attention in multiple directions, we can fully experience the here and now. The rhythm of our breath, the beating of our heart, and the stillness surrounding us become anchors, drawing us back to the simplicity of being. This heightened awareness cultivates mindfulness, allowing us to engage with life more intentionally and authentically. The act of beginning each day with silent reflection is a powerful way to align with our values and intentions. By pausing to ask, what truly matters today? We set the tone for the hours ahead. The question itself invites introspection, encouraging us to prioritize what is meaningful rather than being swept away by the demands of the world. In the quiet that follows, answers often emerge, not through force or effort, but as a natural unfolding. In this silence, we learn to trust ourselves. The solutions and insights that arise feel more authentic because they come from within, unclouded by external influences. This inner guidance often leads us to choices that resonate deeply with who we are and what we truly desire. Over time, this practice builds confidence in our ability to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and grace. Silence also teaches us patience. In a world that values immediate answers and constant action, the willingness to sit with uncertainty can feel counterintuitive. Yet, in the stillness, we discover that not every question demands an immediate response. Some answers need time to reveal themselves, emerging when we least expect them. This patience is a valuable lesson in itself, reminding us that life unfolds in its own time. As we continue to embrace silence, we may notice a shift in how we interact with others. Listening deeply to ourselves cultivates the ability to listen deeply to those around us. Conversations take on a new depth when we are fully present, allowing others to feel heard and understood. This shift not only strengthens relationships, but also fosters greater empathy and compassion. The beauty of silence lies in its simplicity. It requires no tools, no special setting, just the willingness to pause and be. In a single moment of quiet reflection, we can reconnect with the essence of who we are, finding clarity amidst the noise and chaos of the world. It is a practice that gently reminds us that the answers we seek are often already within us, waiting patiently to be heard. Through silence, we come to understand that life's most profound lessons are not always found in words, but in the quiet spaces between them. It is here, in this stillness, that we begin to see with greater clarity, listen with greater attention, and live with greater intention. Silence, as a teacher, invites us to explore these depths, revealing the wisdom that resides within each of us. Strengthening relationships through silence. In conversations, silence holds a power that is often overlooked, a quiet strength that fosters deeper understanding and connection. In the rush to respond or share our thoughts, we can sometimes overshadow the voice of the other person. By intentionally practicing silence, we create a space where others feel genuinely heard and valued, which is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships. This silence isn't passive, it's an active, engaged presence that signals respect and care. When we pause and refrain from interrupting, we allow others the freedom to express their thoughts completely. It shows that we're not just waiting for our turn to speak, but are truly interested in their perspective. This simple shift in how we engage can transform the dynamic of any conversation. People feel safe, respected, and more willing to open up when they sense that their words are being received without judgment or haste. In this way, silence acts as an invitation for honesty and vulnerability. Silence also encourages us to listen more deeply. Instead of formulating a response or preparing a counterpoint, we focus entirely on the speaker's words, tone, and emotions. This mindful listening helps us pick up on nuances that might otherwise go unnoticed, an unspoken worry, a hint of joy, or a subtle shift in perspective. When we truly listen, we begin to understand not just what is being said, but why it is being shared and what it means to the speaker. Another profound aspect of silence is its ability to slow down the pace of a conversation. In moments of silence, both parties have the chance to reflect on what has been said, leading to more thoughtful exchanges. This rhythm allows for deeper conversations, free from the rush or pressure to fill every moment with words. By embracing these pauses, we create a sense of balance and thoughtfulness that can strengthen our relationships over time. When we resist the urge to immediately offer advice or solutions, we communicate that we trust the other person's ability to navigate their own challenges. Sometimes people don't need answers. They simply need a space to voice their thoughts and emotions. Silence can be the most supportive response, allowing the speaker to feel empowered rather than dependent on external solutions. In these moments, silence becomes a gift, an acknowledgement of their strength and autonomy. Additionally, silence can diffuse tension and prevent misunderstandings. In heated or emotional conversations, reacting too quickly can escalate the situation. A silent pause allows emotions to settle, giving everyone a chance to approach the discussion with greater clarity and composure. This deliberate use of silence can transform conflicts into opportunities for understanding and resolution, as it prioritizes reflection over reaction. Practicing silence in conversations also helps us to be more mindful of our own emotions and responses. When we pause, we gain a moment to check in with ourselves. Are we responding out of habit, ego, or genuine care? This awareness can lead to more thoughtful and compassionate interactions as we become more intentional in how we engage with others. Silence in this way not only benefits the listener, but also enriches the speaker's experience. Furthermore, silence nurtures trust. When someone feels that we are truly listening, they are more likely to open up and share their deeper thoughts and feelings. This trust is the foundation of strong relationships, allowing for honest and meaningful communication. Over time, this practice of silence can help us build connections that are not only resilient, but also deeply fulfilling. In practicing silence, we also learn to be comfortable with it ourselves. Many people feel uneasy in moments of quiet, rushing to fill the space with words. However, when we embrace silence as a natural part of conversation, we create a more relaxed and authentic atmosphere. This comfort with silence can be contagious, encouraging others to feel at ease and communicate more openly. Silence teaches us the art of presence. By holding space for others without the need to control or direct the conversation, we foster an environment of mutual respect and understanding. In these moments of quiet connection, we discover the profound impact that silence can have on our relationships, making them richer, deeper, and more meaningful. Silence and spiritual growth. Many spiritual traditions recognize silence as a profound gateway to deeper understanding and self-discovery. In Buddhism, silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a state of being where one transcends the surface-level distractions of the world. By embracing silence, practitioners can tune into the subtleties of their inner experience, uncovering insights that are often drowned out by the noise of daily life. This quiet space allows for a deeper connection to one's true self and the infinite flow of the universe. When you sit in silence, you create an opportunity to observe the mind's natural tendencies. Thoughts may rise and fall, emotions may stir, and memories may surface. Yet in this stillness, you learn to detach from these mental fluctuations, realizing that they are temporary and do not define your essence. This practice of silent observation, central to Buddhist meditation, gradually leads to a state of equanimity, a calm and balanced perspective that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. Silence also invites the mind to settle, like sediment sinking to the bottom of a clear lake. In this settled state, profound clarity emerges, revealing truths that were previously obscured by mental chatter. You may find answers to long-standing questions, unexpected bursts of creativity, or simply a sense of knowing that goes beyond words. These insights, born from silence, are often transformative, guiding you toward a more authentic and purposeful life. In stillness, you begin to feel the interconnectedness of all things. The boundaries between self and other, subject and object, start to blur. This experience, often described in Buddhist teachings as non-duality, arises naturally in moments of deep silence. It is here that you can sense the universal flow of life, a rhythm that exists beyond the confines of thought. Tapping into this flow can inspire feelings of awe, humility, and a profound sense of belonging. The practice of silence does not require grand gestures or perfect conditions. Simply setting aside a few minutes each evening for quiet meditation can open the door to these deeper dimensions of awareness. During this time, you might focus on your breath, noticing its natural rhythm as it moves in and out. With each exhale, imagine releasing the noise of the day, its worries, distractions, and expectations. With each inhale, invite stillness to fill your being. As this practice becomes a habit, its benefits extend beyond the meditation cushion. The peace cultivated in moments of silence begins to permeate your daily life, influencing how you respond to challenges and interact with others. You may find yourself less reactive, more compassionate, and more attuned to the present moment. This shift is not a sudden transformation, but a gentle unfolding, like a flower blooming in the warmth of the sun. Silence also acts as a mirror, reflecting the truth of your inner world. In the quiet, you may encounter aspects of yourself that are easy to ignore in the busyness of life, both the light and the shadow. While this process can be uncomfortable, it is also deeply healing. By facing yourself with compassion and acceptance, you create space for growth and self-liberation. This inner work, though subtle, ripples outward, enriching your relationships and your contribution to the world. Beyond personal benefits, the power of silence lies in its universality. It transcends cultural and religious boundaries, offering a shared language of stillness that connects all beings. Whether practiced in a monastery, a quiet corner of your home, or a crowded city park, silence is always available, always accessible. It reminds us that beneath our differences, we are united by a common humanity and a shared longing for peace. Silence also nurtures the sacred. In this stillness, the mind becomes a temple and the breath becomes a prayer. Each moment of silence is an opportunity to honor the divine within and around you. It is a practice of surrender, letting go of control, expectations, and the need for answers. In this surrender, you discover a deeper trust in life's unfolding and a profound sense of gratitude for simply being. Through consistent practice, silence transforms from an occasional respite to a way of being. It becomes a companion, guiding you through life's highs and lows with grace and wisdom. In embracing silence, you step into a sacred space where inner peace and spiritual connection are not just ideals, but lived experiences. Silence, in its essence, is not empty. It is full, brimming with the potential for growth, discovery, and awakening. The hidden power of silence lies in its profound ability to help you rediscover yourself and reconnect with the world around you. In moments of quiet, free from distractions and noise, you can begin to see your thoughts and emotions with greater clarity. Silence allows the mind to untangle itself from the chaos of daily life, offering a space to reflect and prioritize what truly matters. It becomes a mirror, gently revealing insights about your desires, fears, and purpose, insights that are often drowned out by the constant hum of activity and noise. As you embrace silence, you create room for inner peace to take root. In the absence of external disturbances, your mind finds a rhythm that is steady and calm. This quietness can act as a balm, soothing the stresses and anxieties accumulated from the outside world. The resilience you build in these moments of stillness carries forward, equipping you to face challenges with a centered and composed state of mind. Even just a few minutes of intentional silence each day can work wonders in resetting your mental and emotional balance. Silence also deepens your connection with the world around you, bringing an awareness that often goes unnoticed. In quiet moments, the subtleties of life become vivid. The rustle of leaves, the gentle rise and fall of your breath, or the distant hum of life unfolding. This heightened awareness fosters a sense of gratitude and presence, reminding you of the beauty that exists in the here and now. It is in these moments that life feels more expansive and interconnected, and your place within it becomes more apparent. Moreover, silence strengthens the bonds you share with others. In conversations, allowing space for silence encourages deeper listening and understanding. It shifts your focus from formulating a response to truly hearing the other person. This simple act of presence can transform relationships, creating an atmosphere of trust and empathy. Silence also allows you to engage with others without the need for constant words, finding companionship in shared quietude that speaks louder than any conversation could. Perhaps most significantly, silence helps you connect with the universal flow of life. It serves as a bridge to your inner wisdom and the stillness that underpins all existence. In this space, you may find creativity, inspiration, or solutions to challenges that seemed insurmountable. Silence is not empty. It is brimming with potential. By choosing to cultivate it, you tap into a powerful source of clarity and connection that can guide you toward a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Silence isn't empty, it's full of potential. Begin your journey with silence today and experience its life-changing impact.